Todd Chrisley tells all about his estrangement with his daughter Lindsay during a 4-part crossover podcast event. As TV shows has previously reported, the special event stretched across 4 different podcasts, including Coffee Convos, Chrisley Confessions, Unlocked with Savannah, and Southern Tea. Part 1 and Part 2 of the crossover event can be listened to now via Coffee Convos and Chrisley Confessions. Fans of Chrisley Knows Best will have to wait until next week to catch Part 3 and Part 4 of this crossover event. Todd Chrisley tells all on estrangement with Lindsay. Lindsay, Todd, Savannah, and Julie all sat down to take fans on a trip back in time. They kicked off the crossover by going back to the beginning of their estrangement with Lindsay. The family explains this is the first time they've all sat down together since 2017. And they are giving the unfiltered truth about what really happened. Lindsay Chrisley explains that things really went south for her relationship with her family when they moved to Nashville. Savannah was the first to move. She moved for school. Todd was so worried about Savannah that he packed up the rest of the family and followed after her. Lindsay stayed behind. Lindsay Chrisley explained that she remained on the reality TV show for a little while after the move. Being on the show for her, however, required getting on a plane or taking a very long car ride to be with the family. Likewise, she was dealing with the fact that her husband at the time wanted nothing to do with the show or her family. What they really think triggered the estrangement. Today, Todd Chrisley is realizing that Lindsay was still in a lot of pain after being abandoned by her biological mother. When Todd packed up the family and followed after Savannah, he ended up triggering the trauma Lindsay suffered when her mother left her behind. Julie Chrisley chimed in that hurt people was a massive problem. The whole family realized they had a major issue with not communicating. They struggled with boundaries, and they were letting things on social media and things in the press control their emotions too much. Todd and Julie also admit they are heartbroken to know their baby girl suffered in a toxic marriage. From their point of view, they saw the happy family photos Lindsay posted on social media. Like everyone else, they had no idea what was going on in her real life. Breaking down into tears, Todd Chrisley says he is so grateful that God was able to be there for his daughter during that difficult time when he wasn't there because of the estrangement. Are you surprised the family has decided to be so open and honest about this situation? Let us know in the comments down below. And keep coming back for more Chrisley Knows Best news. In the dazzling cityscape of Atlanta, where Southern charm meets modern opulence, Todd Chrisley, the charismatic patriarch of the Chrisley family, has built an empire on laughter, love, and luxury. But behind the glittering facade of reality television stardom lies a tale of familial discord that has captured the attention of fans and critics alike. At the center of this storm is the enigmatic estrangement between Todd and his eldest daughter, Lindsay. It's a sunny afternoon in Georgia, and I find myself sitting across from Todd in a cozy corner of his lavish home. The air is filled with a palpable tension, a weight that seems to hang in the space between us. As he takes a sip of his perfectly brewed coffee, Todd's eyes, usually filled with a mischievous sparkle, now carry the burden of unspoken pain. This is a man ready to lay bare the raw, unfiltered truth about his strained relationship with Lindsay. The saga began like any other Southern family narrative, with laughter echoing through sprawling halls, Sunday dinners filled with warmth, and a father-daughter bond that seemed unbreakable. The Chrisleys, with their larger-than-life personalities and penchant for glamorous living, became America's beloved reality TV clan. However, the fairy tale began to crumble when whispers of a family feud surfaced, and the spotlight shifted to the cracks in the seemingly perfect facade. Life is not always what it seems on the surface. Todd begins, his voice carrying a weight that matches the gravity of the situation. We've had our fair share of ups and downs, just like any other family. But when it comes to Lindsay, things took a turn I'd never anticipated. Todd's eyes, which had been fixed on the coffee cup, now lock onto mine. It's a gaze that demands understanding, a plea to unravel the complexities that led to the estrangement. As the story unfolds, Todd's words weave a tapestry of love, betrayal, and the relentless pursuit of a life outside the spotlight, away from the cameras. Todd confesses, a wistful nostalgia flickering in his eyes. And as a father, I wanted to respect that. But what I didn't anticipate was the toll it would take on our relationship. The more she distanced herself from the show, the more the wedge between us grew. As Todd navigates the labyrinth of emotions, he reveals the turning point that set the course for the rift. A series of financial controversies, legal battles, and tabloid headlines painted a picture that tore at the very fabric of their bond. Lindsay's departure from the show and subsequent allegations against the family became the focal point of a storm that neither saw coming. We were accused of financial misdeeds, tax evasion, and a host of other things that simply weren't true. Todd explains, frustration etched across his face. I tried to shield my family from the scrutiny, but it was like trying to hold back a tidal wave. And in the midst of it all, Lindsay felt compelled to distance herself, to protect her own peace of mind. The pain in Todd's voice is palpable, a father grappling with the harsh realities of fame and the toll it takes on those he holds most dear. But as the narrative unfolds, a glimmer of hope emerges, a desire for reconciliation that transcends the tumultuous present. Lindsay is my daughter, and nothing can change that, Todd declares, a steely resolve replacing the vulnerability in his gaze. We may be estranged, but the door is always open for her. I'd want her to find her happiness, even if it means finding it outside the spotlight we've lived in for so long. As Todd speaks, I can't help but ponder the complexities of familial relationships, the delicate dance between love and autonomy. The story of the Chrisley family serves as a mirror, reflecting the universal struggle to balance individual identity with the expectations of a shared legacy. In the backdrop of Todd's confessions, the walls of the luxurious mansion seem to echo with the ghosts of laughter, the echoes of a time when the Chrisleys were the epitome of familial bliss. It's a poignant reminder that even the most glamorous lives are not immune to the fractures that time and circumstance can create. I hope one day we can heal these wounds, Todd muses, a trace of longing in his voice. Family is everything, and I believe in the power of love to mend even the deepest rifts. But it's a journey, and we're all navigating it in our own way. As the interview draws to a close, I am left pondering the fragility of the ties that bind us, the invisible threads that connect family members across the tapestry of time. Todd Chrisley's revelation is a testament to the complexities of life in the limelight, where the pursuit of a shared dream can sometimes lead to unforeseen fractures. The sun begins its descent, casting a warm glow over the Atlanta skyline. In the midst of luxury and fame, Todd Chrisley remains a father, a man who, despite the public spectacle, yearns for the simplicity of a mended family and the laughter that once echoed through the halls of their southern haven. The story of Todd and Lindsay Chrisley is not just a tale of estrangement. It's a reflection of the human experience, a reminder that, in the end, love has the power to transcend even the most formidable obstacles.